there's no comparison to be done there. It's just annoying. I'm like, just shut up about it.
Yeah, for sure. It gets old fast and everything like that, but
Yes, because you try to I don't call it argue, because it's not really arguing. You try to have a discussion with people that are certain ways about certain things and about certain players, and you're not going to get past the first level because they get hung up. And they keep going back to this one thing, and you're like, no, man, if you're going to compare people, you got to compare them at all angles. You can't compare them in just one little bitty angle right here. You have to compare the whole kit and caboodle, and people don't want to do that. It's like people like arguing what's fits there. Everybody argue about which one better, Captain Crunch or Frosty.
yeah, for sure. I
get tired of people. I know that sounds weird coming from me, but at a certain point, I just get tired of talking to them. Because you flop all these numbers. You don't even have to flop numbers out on people. You flop all these things out on people, and they see what they want to see. And I'm like, okay, cool. You see what you want to see. I'll see what I saw.
Yeah. Let's talk.
Like one time, about it. I said I physically saw LeBron James pass Shane Battier 4 times in a row to take a shot when he was wide open to end the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Get all nuts." I said, "There's no up to it." I said, I seen him pass the ball to Dwayne Wade to take the final shots in the game when he was wide open. I said, so I can say what I say if you've seen him with your eyes. You never done that. I said, I got 4 people that went to that Magic game that said he did it. And it just wasn't that one time. But it's cool.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the end of it where we know that the iconic shot. What is it like reliving that through a documentary? Because I mean, we seen that and we still see that to this day. But to hear them describe the shot and talk about the shot, what's your thoughts about the shot after seeing it this many years later, this many decades later, and it's in the documentary?
Still send chills because you're still getting to hear it, see it, and relive it, and you see them not calling timeout. Where you were sitting at the house while this was going on, yelling at them to call a timeout to get a good shot, but then you realize, okay, Phil's just letting him go because he has Mike, so he's just gonna let Mike go, and nobody's gonna be able to get set. So, but seeing him come up and watching him cross Russell, and then Russell falling, not getting pushed. He was falling. No, I'm just kidding. But his momentum was taking it that way. He just gave him a little nudge enough to where he was just going to keep going a little bit more. But yeah, it's still.
Hey.
So, and not a 3-pointer to win the game, not a 35-foot jumper next to a logo, but a free throw line jump shot.
Listen, at the same time, I mean, we know we sit there and mess around. Yeah, Jordan push off a little bit. The shot still got to go down.
Oh yeah. But that shot was in Michael's wheelhouse.
So here's.
That was where he shot the majority of his shots from. It was a mid-range jumper. A thing that has completely went away from the NBA, and he buried it to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
He said everything was coming up short, so I had to leave it hanging and get the good follow through. He goes, because did you hear him explain it?
Yeah.
He said I was explaining. He goes, because everything was coming up short. So I was just flicking my wrist. He said, on that one, I had to give it the whole follow-through. And I left it hanging just to let him know.
Well,
I was like, even during the game, he knew he was just flipping shots up and just using his wrist that he needed to get that last or oof on this shot. I was like, man, dude, freaking.
Well, you even said it yourself, like he was spending so much energy just to keep him in the game because of Scottie Pippen injury, and he had to find every little thing he had deep down to keep this game close because Karl Malone was coming. Karl Malone was doing work, man, and you have to try to keep up with that guy, and without his guy, his number 2 guy, not being up to par. He had to do a lot of carrying. So, like you said, his shots was flat, so he put it up there enough. But, Kevin, I'm looking at this.
Just look at that. Scotty was down. Utah was clicking. But Mike carried them to keep them into the ball game and to push them to win. That right there alone should tell you. That right there tells you who Michael Jordan was, just that game alone. If you wanted to sum up Mike's career, watch that one game. That's what he would do to win games and to win championships. That right there showed you his mental the whole time.
So here's the beauty and the part of sports where, you see this guy nail this shot and from against all the odds, his sidekick is down and he's doing everything to keep up with this talented Utah team that, is coming back. And they want to try to get this one. And then he hit this shot. And I'm looking at this photo. And here's the beauty of this photo. You just see all these fans just like staring and like, oh, God, no. And then you see a couple of Bulls fans and you're like, oh, boy, is he going to do it? And you just look at all the faces in the crowd here in this photo. And it paints a story. This is what I love about, sports is that regardless of the win or loss result, you see, the pain, the agony and the just the pain of defeat. But on the flip side, you see the beauty of, the win and pushing forward and getting through.
If you look at the picture of the little kid that they zoomed in on,
mm-hmm.
that was wearing the Jordan jersey. And he's standing there just going, yes!
Mm-hmm.
And you see all the other people around him are just depressed looking.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, but the kid, all you see is the one little kid just wearing a black jersey going, yay! And Mike just standing there with his hand perfectly, such a great shot.
Yeah. I just know how that feels, like the Utah fans feel. Kim, you've been on the side of victory.
I just know how it feels.
Well, I know how it feels. But you've been on both sides. I only been on the one side. So you football, sit there.
Basketball, everything. Every one of us knows how it feels to feel. What's the old saying? To feel the sweetness of victory and the agony of defeat.
Oh my God! Yes.
And I'll tell you, the agony of defeat is way. The agony of defeat is way more powerful than the sweetness of victory.
Mm-hmm.
Because the victories you remember, but those defeats, they stick with you, and the defeats are what define you. Sure, you're remembered for winning championships, but losing stuff sticks with you more than anything. Especially as a fan. As a fan, losing things just sucks.
Nick Anderson free throws, Courtney Lee missed layup, Derek Fisher jumper, go ahead in game 4. Vince Carter missed free throws against Boston. I can keep going.
Top stack wasn't down. The fucking Tennessee Titans. Hell, the goddamn San Antonio Spurs, the Dallas freaking Mavericks. Having LeBron on your team for that many years and only coming away with 2 because he was I'm lazy to do it. Oh, never mind.
It sticks with you, don't it? You just prove it. It sticks with you.
What sticks with me is, for years, the Heat had the best team on the planet, but had a guy who got done in by J.J. Barea and Jason Terry, and he was supposedly supposed to be the best player on the planet. This is why I can never say he's better than Michael Jordan, because I saw it. You know what? Now you know. Now everybody that's listening, now you know where this is coming from. I physically watched a guy for 5 or 6 games get abused by J.J. Barea and Jason Terry.
That hurt.
And you want to tell me that this dude is better than that dude? That dude wouldn't let Jason Barea freaking even wear his tennis shoes.
Yeah. Nah, you're not lying, man.
Now it comes to light why you could tell people certain things, but people that watched it and had to live through it, shit, no. Nah, you can have them Cleveland series where he done all this crap, but they still lost. You can have all that mess. I watched him get used. Yeah. And they were like, well, those teams lost to Golden State. He lost to the Dallas Mavericks, where J.J. Barea and Jason Terry were wearing his ass out. The team should have slaughtered the Dallas Mavericks.
I can't still understand how y'all lost that one.
It's easy, because he played like a bitch. Go look at the stats for that. If not for Dwayne Wade, they wouldn't even been in the damn series as much as they were. He had 8 points in a finals game, Cortez. 8. Being guarded by Jason Barea. Come on.
That's painful.
But I witnessed it. I witnessed him do things like that. That's why I can't. And then you witness Mike doing things like that, and you're like, damn, it's no comparison. But yes, we've all felt just blah.
Yeah.
When it's come to it, and it hurts. It freaking sucks.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
And see, and you haven't been to as many of the losses as I have. You've just watched them on TV. I witnessed thinking things live where I've had to walk out going, oh God, I feel like absolute crap.
Ooh.
Where you physically feel sick because you want to puke because you know you had it. And they just let it go. Terrible.
All right, so they're celebrating. They went ahead and go back to the hotel.
Jesus, man.
So the Bulls go back to the hotel, and they went ahead and got the penthouse suite, just ran out to them on the top floor. Michael Jordan is trying to play the piano. He's just having a good time and kind of seeming to themselves. And that whole scene, what you think, man? They did this. They won 3. They did a 3-peat twice, and this is supposed to be Jordan's last game ever. And my first thing that ran through my head during all this was, if he doesn't retire, you could easily be looking that they would have won 8 in a row. You could have easily saw them winning 8 championships in a row if he don't retire. That's what runs into my head. Because I'm like, they just whipped off 3 with all this crap happening. Imagine if he wouldn't have went anywhere and they would have stayed intact, they would have won 8. That was the first thing that popped in my head. Second thing that popped in my head was, how many of them ran a train on Carmen Electra after they won? I thought the same thing, bro. Like, what's she doing up there? What is she doing up there? That was my big thing. I was like, okay, did Scotty Burrell get to run a train on Carmen Electra? And then it's wide open. He's just like open and stuff. He's like, yeah, come on, man, tag it.
Dennis was like, I'm not probably only going to be with her for a few more months.